you remember, maybe you don't remember, I don't know, something. You follow the content or you don't. But you remember when I said that the pendulum always swings back. So I know right now the trendy thing, you see all the corporate entities, the entertainers, is the cancel idea with, okay, there are people that think politically different than we do, therefore they must be completely eliminated. And they have to toe whatever line that we have. It's arbitrary, albeit, and if they don't toe it, then they will be eliminated. They will be removed from platforms. They will not be given gigs. So their economics are ruined because of this. And I told y'all that the pendulum at some point was going to swing, and it always does. It always swings back. When? Who knows? It could be this next year. It could be 5 years from now. I don't know, but it will swing back. And I mentioned that there are going to be people that are within the entertainment sector that are going to try to like get ahead of this. I don't think you should give them any leeway, even if they participated in the same sort of rhetoric, if you will. Donald Glover is the recent example of this. Donald Glover, he had a series of tweets that said, for example, what we see right here, he says, we're getting boring stuff and not even experimental mistakes because people are they're scared. They're basically afraid to get canceled, is what he said. Interesting, because I'm not saying that he's incorrect. Now let's look at some of these tweets real quick, actually, that he said. We're getting boring stuff and not even experimental mistakes because people are afraid to get canceled. Saw people on here having a discussion about how tired they were of reviewing boring stuff in TV and film. So he's mentioning the fact that the art is suffering right now, and it is. A lot of it's dog shit. The art is fucking suffering. He's correct. He says, so they feel they can only experiment with aesthetics because some of them know that they're not that good. Well, and then you go with the total line and you'll get it put out. People feel upwards in Hollywood these days anyway, and really entertainments, comic books, and everything. So what he's saying isn't incorrect. The art absolutely has taken a tank because of it. Definitely what is considered more mainstream. And yes, we know that that's a conversation that people are having. They don't want to take those risks because they are afraid of doing something different. So he's not incorrect. It'll be interesting to see if he actually put any effort towards. Look, it's Donald Glover. He's done much of the same, said a lot of the same shit. Definitely as it pertains to the social justice. He's been on the same shit for the most part. So I'm not gonna like credit him for doing anything, but I will say this: you're going to see some people teeter totter to kind of put they little toe dip a toe, and see with a comment here or there. I don't know if it'll turn into actual something that's actionable, right? Is Donald Glover going to go balls out and actually make his art reflect this? I doubt it, but who knows? I love to be surprised by this. I would love to be surprised, but I'm not counting on it. But you will see others that do this to try to act like they are, present themselves as, hey, I was a little different, right? When the pendulum ends up swinging back, because this is the reality. There might not be a Hollywood in the way that you know it on the other side of this because of their own actions, and they've been so committed to this. The entertainment, the production companies, they've been committed to this idea, and a lot of people have been turned off to them by that. And again, you have alternatives that have been able to pop up and really be present themselves as some sort of competitor in those industries that are largely dominated by these people. So there's a chance that on the other side of this, they may be in trouble. So what better way to brace yourself than getting ahead of this? and trying to present yourself as, okay, I was a little different. So you make sure y'all still support me here. Y'all support me. I wasn't one of them that were participating in all of this. I wouldn't give them as much leeway. I'm not telling you what to think. I wouldn't give them as much leeway. My rule, or not rule, it's more of a suggestion. I'm not one of those that expects you to stop listening to these artists or stop watching Hollywood movies. All I said was 51%. That's it. I'm not one of those that say just stop, just don't do it ever again, just stop it. I think it's a little unrealistic, definitely when you consider how far-reaching they are. All I ask 51%. There are people, there are creators in these spaces that do not hate you just because you think different from them on one like trivial subject, or because of the way you don't vote or something crazy. There's not a lot. There are people that respect their customers. They won't win an award off of you and then tell you how much you suck. They exist in these spaces. Seek them out. And if they are actually good, I'm not talking about people who just create alternatives just for the sake of creating alternatives and they actually suck at what it is that they're doing. I'm saying the good ones. Guys that are actually decent. 51%. That's all I ask. 51 towards the people that hate you. That don't hate you, excuse me. And 49. If you're going to continue, just bring it from 99 to 49. That's all I ask. And I think we'll not only see the tide be created, but you'll see a more, I think, which is what I would love, is a less of a centralized way of how what people consider legitimate entertainment, right? Because generally it has to come from Hollywood. It has to come from this label. It has to come from this production company. It has to come from the TV box. It has to come from this type of person in order for people to take it serious. Doesn't matter if there's a competitor that did the same thing or rather did something better for half the cost, but he's independent. I would love to see a more decentralized entertainment, right? I would love that. I think that would be better off. It'd be a lot more competitive. And we would really see who is satisfying the customer, and not just who's just relying upon brand names and stuff. We'll see. But there are going to be guys that are going to try to get ahead of this. And I say, I don't think you should give them as much leeway as they're going to ask for. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.